Oh, it feels so nice. I cleaned up my area here, okay? I had all these cards out. Had to put them back. Okay, so, hello. How you doing? Oh, thumbs up. Y'all coming in here? Thumbs up. You know this is gonna be good. Okay, anyway. Um, I did a little channeling this time on Nancy. And I did get a couple of hits, okay? Hold on. Let me light my sage. Hey, Sin. Hey, Ramona. Hey, Mary. Hey, Isabel. I'm going to read on Trump later on, okay? Uh, I'll see if I can add. I'll probably add Barron in there. I don't know about no woman, if she going to be black or white. I don't know about all that, okay? But yeah, I got to, because I haven't read on him in like 3 weeks. And we got to get an update on his health. You know, we got to keep up with his health because he's not keeping up with it. So we need to keep up with it. Okay. Woo. It's a nice day out. Okay. So let me get my notes here. Maybe you guys can help me with this. Now, I did some channeling today uh, on Nancy Guthrie. Oh, sage is used as a cleanser. Okay. It helps to cleanse the energy from your cards. Okay. Because, you know, when you're doing your cards, just like you're collecting all this energy, you need to clean some of that up. Okay. So you can get a more accurate reading. Okay. That's what that is. And two is that I like the smell of sage. Okay. And then, but before I even started doing cards, whatever, okay, I had to sage because they said, you know, you're supposed to sage like the corners of your house to keep the spirits away, so to speak. I don't know if it worked or not. Okay. The house has always been cleansed. I can sense evil. Okay. And this house is good, knock on wood. Yeah, sort of purifies the cards, release the energy, but and then I do it around me, okay, to neutralize the energy around me, okay, and then that parlay something that they use that too, like sage, but I don't like the smell of it. It doesn't smell good to me like sage. Right. Oh yeah. This is way old school. Before we was born, and Palo Santo. That's it. And then you know onions. Onions clean the impurities out the air too. You know that, right? You know back in the days that like when somebody was sick and they had a cold, they would put an onion there because you know the onion would draw up. You know it does that anyway. It does it now. That's why I put it in with my bell peppers. It helps to keep my bell peppers fresh longer. Right. Oh, you didn't know that? Hmm. That's why you see the onions how they shrivel up like that. They're drawing, yeah, yeah. So they're good for that. Now I don't sit it around, okay, and do that, but I do pair it with my bell peppers all the time. I've been doing that for years because it helps to keep my bell pepper fresh longer. So I put them both in the same bag. Hi, Rodinia. Okay, so I wanted to get into. She put what, the onion? Well, yeah, you see what I'm saying? Because it's just like an absorbent. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I was channeling, and my channeling, what I was trying to figure out, and I still didn't get the answer to, so I'm gonna let you know that up front. So we're gonna ask the cards, okay? I wanted to know what was the purpose. What was she abducted for? Okay. What were they going expecting to get out of abducting Nancy Guthrie? I did not get the answer. I figured I would even get money, but I didn't hear it. I didn't feel it. Okay. I didn't see it. That's good too. I got that. See, I use that as the incense sticks, the frankincense, okay? But let me tell you, honey, y'all need to get y'all some of this. Don't sleep on this. This right here is baby powder. Woo! Wait! Get you some baby powder, okay? Smells just like baby powder, okay? Mm-hmm. Yes, y'all got to get y'all some of that. Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that, okay? Hey, Michi! Okay, so like I said, I was asking, okay, what were they? What did they abduct her for? What was the purpose? I know the motive, okay, but what was the purpose? Okay, so anyway, I didn't get my answer. Okay, so we'll ask the cards that. Okay, now what I did get was hidden. I kept hearing the word hidden. Like I heard the word hidden twice, and then I heard the third time it said really hidden. Okay, whatever that meant. I'm just letting you guys know. I also got the word ring, the word ring, and it came to me crime ring. Okay, I also got the feeling that it may have been like a small ring, okay, a group of people. Anyway, um, and then what I saw was I saw a wooded fence going like this, and there may have been some houses or cabins on this side, but that wasn't my focus. I see the fence, and then I see there's a pathway, okay, but it was puddled like it had rained real heavy. It wasn't raining then that I know of, but it was puddled, stepping in the water, okay, all along there, okay. I don't know what that was about, but that's what I saw, okay. Watch the videos and they'll tell you the different meanings. They also have videos that teach you how to read the tarot, so you have to look on here because that's how I learned. And they just, I mean, you learn the basics, and then the rest is intuition. You got to go on your intuition. What do you feel? What comes to you? What comes to mind? You know what I'm saying? That's your intuition mixing with the cards. So anyway, I also got okay, so the soggy and the ground. I also got the feeling of there was a field with grass. It was high grass, and while I was looking at this, what does this mean? And it's like, this grass, as it gets hotter, that grass is gonna wilt. So that grass is not gonna be as high as I'm looking at it, meaning that you be able to see things, more things on the ground. I'm thinking. Then okay, I got cabins. I got like a row of cabins, but what it was the cabins were 2-story. Is there such a thing as 2-story cabins? Because I'm seeing that these cabins were 2-story. They were multi-level. It wasn't just a regular cabin. Yeah, I see 2 levels, and then I see one. It had a picture window. Okay, a picture window is one big window. Okay, in the front. Oh, that's old news, girl. The gun shop, and yeah, I'm pretty. They got all their names. Yeah. Hello, Sin. I don't know if it was because I was reading on the area, and they said they have cabins. Okay, they maybe some people own cabins and rent them out. Okay, I don't know. All I'm saying is there's such a thing as two stories. Because to me, my idea of a cabin is a one room dwelling. Okay, but this cabin was more home like. Okay, this was like two levels, like I said. Hi, Empress. And then, okay, I was asking about the perpetrators. Okay, if she could show me one or two of the perpetrators. Okay, hold on. Keisha, Keisha. Girl, you coming in here? Come on, my little poo-poo. She don't play. She hear that door, honey. She come running. That was Tasha. Okay, so I asked, okay, if they could reveal one or two of the perpetrators, okay? And I couldn't see clearly, but I saw one face, and it clearly did not look like Annie. Didn't look like Annie, okay? And then there was a man's face. Now, these look like younger people, not real young. I couldn't see that clear, so I couldn't tell you. Okay, let me stop. It didn't appear that they were older, okay? But what I did see off in the distance, I did see in living color was a face that looked like Tommaso. Now, I don't know if it was Tommaso because you know when you get these visions, they kind of like flash. You can remember. What I did notice, it looked like him, but the hair, the facial hair was fuller and it was white. Okay, so I don't know if that meant anything, but he was in the distance. Okay, so this kind of gave me the impression of someone watching from afar. Whoever, somebody who the main man or whatever, watching from afar. Right? Yeah. See, and then and then when you go to focus, it disappears. So, yeah. Okay. So, but I saw it looked like his face, and that was in color. That's the thing about it. The other people's face was blurred. It didn't come in clear. Okay. But that face, okay, because I wouldn't, you're not anticipating it, okay? I just seen it down. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm telling you, that fence, when I was telling, describing the fence and how the The water was puddled, the whole path was puddled with water, like it had been raining. All of a sudden, okay, I'm looking this way to try to see the face, because I asked to see the people. And then I'm seeing the face. It doesn't look like any of them, but then I get a flash over here of him, okay, of his face. I don't know. It could mean anything. It could mean nothing, okay? Everything is alleged. Everything is my interpretation. That's all I can tell you. Oh, believe me, they have. They may not tell us they did, but you think they didn't? Okay, I'm pretty sure they superimposed. They took that mask and they did it to just like everybody else, the band members and all of them, and superimposed it over their face. What I think, unless they got some other kind of technique, is you can't really tell by that mask. Okay, you can't really tell it. Okay, you can see the eyes, and then the eyes got the infrared, okay, and that light shining through it, but you can't really see the shape or anything that stands out. Digital art, yeah. Hey, Kelly. No, that's me shaking. Okay, it's sitting. My laptop is sitting on this table, and yeah, and I shake it. I try not to do that. That's why I can't use my iPad, because I can hook it up to the device there, but it shakes. It shakes worse than this. Yeah, but no, that wasn't the ghost. That was me. No, they're keeping that close to the chest because they know how we do. They know how we do. Keisha, oh girl, you hear her? You see her talking to me? You see how she do me? Oh, and she said, now, now. Don't. I'm trying to do something. You up here messing up my mojo. I just closed it. Don't. Hey, and where your sister? She can go with you. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to and that's all I came up with. Now I did watch Brian Eaton, okay, and he sat down and was talking, and I watched, it was another channel too, and now they were talking. This other channel was talking about. Um, uh, I think it was a lady. They was talking about crime rings out there in those hilly areas. Okay. She said she want to see her boyfriend. Okay, that's right. Whoever that is. I got an alert on my camera. Okay, why did I go see the black cat tipping through my yard? Okay, girl. So I want to ask the cards. Okay, what was the purpose, okay, of abducting Nancy? I know we've asked these questions before, but I got a different deck. Let's ask, okay, in a different way and see what answers we do get. But I want to know, what was the purpose of abducting Nancy? Why was you taking her for if you didn't want ransom? Okay. Maybe you did want ransom. What were you abducting her for? Okay, let's ask. What was the reason Nancy Guthrie was abducted? What did the kidnappers, abductors, abduct Nancy Grace for? For what? Why? What for? That's it. What for? Abduct Nancy Guthrie. What for? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answers. What for? Abducting Nancy Guthrie. What for? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. And that talks about bad karma. Bad karma. And we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups talks about, what is it? Is that the smug merchant, or is that, well, it's gluttony. It's abundance. Okay. Abundance. Okay. Talks about, let's look at the book. Because sometimes they give you just quick descriptions. The Nine of, what is it, Cups? And we want a more generalized reading. Yeah, that's the smug merchant. Oh, the greedy merchant. Okay, it says the same thing pretty much. It talks about abundance. Okay, it talks about generosity. Queen of Wands. So we have the Queen of Wands here. Now, the Queen of Wands has her back to the abundance. And the Queen of Wands is, yeah, she's determination. She's powerful. Well, they see her as powerful. Okay, creativity. So I'm going to say a lot of power. The Emperor. Now she's facing the Emperor. Wow. Now the Emperor is somebody of authority. Someone who, a leader. Trying to meditate on that. And then we have the King of Cups. She is facing, the Queen of Wands is facing the Emperor and the King of Cups, like a father and son. And then we have this card. What is number 2? I don't know what card this is. Oh, the Two of Pentacles. Okay, the Two of Pentacles. Some type of financial balance. And then there we go with that Ten of Wands again. That load. That load. The abundance is over the load. There's a big load here. Let's see if we can clarify this load. Okay. Drop the cards. We're going to use the Glimmering Path Tarot. And I just want to know, can you clarify the load here? What is the load? A load of what? This load, can you clarify the load? The load in this reading. Clarify the load. Okay. Clarify the load. What is the load? Can you clarify the load in this reading? The load. What is the load in this reading? Abundance. Abundance. Load. What is the load? I'm just going to cut it one time. What is the load? The King of Pentacles in reverse. Four Cups in reverse. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. The Eight of Swords. Tied up. Okay. Recovery. Recovery as in an offer. And then the King of Pentacles in reverse. The King of Pentacles. Oh. Corruption, instability, and materialistic. Ooh. Corruption. Four Cups. Okay. I don't know. I don't really hear too much about her borrowing against her home. Ooh. But remember how in the crime cards it kept coming up in life insurance? Okay? Because if she bought if she owes a lot of money against her home, then selling the home, okay, they're not going to get all that money if she borrowed against it. Now, the life insurance, that's a whole nother talk show. Let's see, another three cards. Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled, okay, and by any means necessary, okay, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. And the Page of Swords. There go Chatty Patty. And she's facing, oops, she's facing the burden. Who is over her? The Queen of Wands is over her. Oh, the World. We got the Sleepwalker, okay? There we go with the Sleepwalker. And the King of Pentacles. So I'm getting the feeling that there was a lot of corruption. Maybe, I don't know, she could have been aware of. I don't know. We have the Six of Swords moving to calmer waters, and the High Priestess, the secrets. And Chatty Patty is going over the High Priest. Oh, ooh. I'm getting the feeling that something she knew they didn't want to be told. She's facing the load, the corruption. Okay, Chatty Patty, communications. Yeah, and the Emperor who wants to end it, collaborating with the Three of Pentacles. And we have the of the Seven of Pentacles. And Justice in reverse. Mm. More corruption. And the Four of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands talks about battle weary, okay, but it also talks about winning, okay, by any means necessary, determination. And the Emperor started running out of tricks. We have the Magician in reverse. Walking away from what no longer matters, or disappointment, walking away. And the generosity, the give and take card, the Six of Pentacles. Hmm. I kind of wonder. Well, that was in the cards too, but this right here, I'm asking what for, and it's showing me a burden. Okay, I'm getting the feeling with Chatty Patty. Okay, who's facing the burden is like, and the burden could be corruption, exhaustion. Keep going. Hold on. Sorry for the interruptions. But now I got a question. I got another question. Okay. Where was Nancy getting all this money from? Where was she getting all her money from? What do you want to tell us, okay, about Nancy's finances? Okay, where is she getting all this money from? She's retired. She got this property, okay, that she has to maintain, okay, that she was maintaining. Where's she getting her money from? Just a curious question. What can you tell us? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Where was Nancy getting her money from? Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. That talks about emotions overflowing, depression. Okay. It talks about depression and emotional loss. Lovers. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands wanting to move on to calmer waters. Okay. With the Six of Swords here. And the Star. Which talks about hope. Good fortune, faith. The King of Swords in reverse. Talks about judgment and manipulation. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Something in the past. Something bad happened in the past. Something in the past. Queen of Pentacles. Justice in reverse. Ooh, this is getting something. Did she do something? The Chariot. The Hermit. The Empress. and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool. And the Queen of Cups. It's a lot of feminine energy. A lot of feminine energy in these cards. Okay? And it has to do with the past. Something in Nancy's past. Yeah, Lady Zelda and that numerology. Okay, I watch her all the time. Okay, sometimes my eyes be crossed. She loves them numbers. Okay, she loves them numbers. And how the house is vibrating. She says Nancy was what? Yeah, she got to put them numbers together. She's a good storyteller. She likes to explain. Okay, she's got to explain it. Well, she gonna have to with all the numbers she be using. I'm not getting I'm not getting that. I'm getting more focused on Nancy and Nancy's past. And she wanting to move over to calmer waters because she's turning her back on some lovers, something, situation that she's moving on from, okay, in the past. And we have the Three of Pentacles, okay, where there's the Three of Pentacles, there was a collaboration, there was a plan, there was teamwork, okay? Let me, to, we do have the, what was this then? Wait a minute. I got two hermits? I got two hermits. Shut up. I got two hermits. Two different designs, but they're both hermits. And it seemed like the plan was to get her by herself. Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay? Um, I'm also getting, I'm getting a loss of inheritance. Ooh, that might be that Andrew guy, huh? He lost his inheritance. Oh, he hot. Mm. And there go the Nine of Pentacles. And the Musician. She did not look like life ended in all those videos. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was at. That's the reason why I was asking. Yes, Steph. And the money back then is not the same as the money now. See what I'm saying? Okay. Let's ask this day. Okay. Because somebody lied. What can you tell us about Nancy Guthrie monetary past? What can you tell us? Where did she get her money from? Okay. Because Savannah, I don't know how long she's been doing the Today Show, but she had that house all this time and doing maintenance and okay, oh, what's really going on? Okay, so what do you want us to know about Nancy Guthrie's finances? How about that? What can you tell us about Nancy Guthrie's finances? Okay, what do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. 8 of Wands in reverse. It was a low, information, slow action, slowly. 8 of Wands, setbacks, instability, and frustration. But she had that house and that property long before that. Okay, before Savannah, because Savannah had to go through college and doing all this stuff. Okay, where's all this money coming from? Okay, let's look. Ace of Cups, overflowing with emotions. Ace of Wands in reverse. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Ambition. Oh, wait, that's the wrong card. This talks about joy and creativity. This talks about lack of energy and feeling uninspired. So, what's really going on? King of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles upright. Oh, sookie, sookie now. He got one pentacle and she's got two. He's broke and she got money. Oh, oh. This talks about corruption. Okay. This talks about corruption. Okay. And the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. Which talks about a lack of ambition. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So we're talking about selfishness, materialistic, okay. She's the only one upright. Everybody else coming in upside down. What's up with that? Five of Pentacles. Somebody got left out in the cold. And that would be the Sun. That's male energy. That's all fine and dandy. I'm aware of that, okay? But how does that money maintain you? You have got to do something to maintain that status. Because the husband had a mass heart attack at 49. He was young. Was it a big lawsuit, a big payout? Okay, from him. What, did he die on the job? And the Sun. Now the corruption is over the Sun. The Empress is in reverse. Now the Empress in reverse is going over the Queen of is right here with the Queen of Pentacles. The Hermit. And the Three of Swords in reverse. And that is going over the Knight of Pentacles. This talks about healing. Moving on, time to heal. And then the Nine of Cups. Wishes fulfilled, okay, is going over being left out in the cold. Lovers. Corruption, shining a light on the lovers. Corruption, shining a light. Oh, corruption, shining a light on the lovers. And the Page of Wands in reverse is disappointment. Here we go with the Three of Cups. This doesn't have to be the son. It could be the son-in-law, because I'm getting something that here is somebody don't want to work. We got the Eight of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. That's laziness, okay? We got the Hermit, okay? Well, I want to say a lazy hermit, but a loner, okay? A loner. Don't want to work, don't want to do nothing, okay? But there's some type of celebration going on through the disappointment. Let me see. There we go with Three of Pentacles. So we got the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. And the Knight of Cups. An offer. Let me see. The Knight of Cups, is that an offer or opportunity? An offer. This talks about, the Knight of Cups talks about expansion. Okay? And the King of Swords in reverse is going over the lovers here. The King of Swords. Okay. So this talks about arrogance and manipulation. Okay. The lovers. They were manipulated. Now we got that before, didn't we? Okay. About that when we were reading the cards, about it looks like they may have gotten themselves into something or lied to. Yeah, it wasn't what it was cracked up to be, something like that. Two of Pentacles, trying to balance that money. There's disappointment over that. And the Queen of Swords. the truth. A celebration when the truth comes out. Okay. No, they don't. The children get the deceased father's benefits only if they're minors. Okay, till they're 18. No, she doesn't get a portion added to hers. She gets the larger of the two. Survivor benefits. Yeah, she gets the larger of the two, but you can't get Social Security and Social Security at the same time, basically. But you got kids, okay? The math ain't mathing, okay? The math ain't mathing. It ain't mathing. I'm sorry. There's something in there, okay? Tell us more. Tell us more about Nancy Guthrie's finances, okay? Where did Nancy Guthrie's money come from? Okay? Where did her money come from? You got to have a lot of money to be able to pay off your children's house, your house, landscape, housekeep, and whatever other bills you got. The mail. Okay, where? Tell us more about Nancy's finances. Where did she get her income from? Where did her finances come from? Nancy Guthrie. And thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get the book, because this book right here, it has career and finances. Yep. The Hierophant. The government. The government. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So the wishes weren't fulfilled, honey. Okay. And here we go with the Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Holding on to something. Let's get with the Pentacles, honey. Okay. Let's get with the Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. This talks about overspending and materialistic tendencies, okay? It also talks about overworking and not enjoying too much working, okay? Then we have the Four of Pentacles. This talks about Financial security is motivating your choices rather than passion or creativity. So, working, working, and saving the world, okay, till the end. So she was at a crossroads. She had to make a decision. Hmm. A new opportunity. Okay. A new opportunity. The food. Okay. Seven of Cups. There was clarity. The King of Wands. He's going over the world. So I take it that was the husband. The end with him. Okay. King of Pentacles is in reverse. Now, the King of Pentacles in reverse talks about corruption, instability. Oh. And the Eight of Wands in reverse. Looks like she had a choice to make her money the right way or the wrong way. And a new opportunity presented itself. So let's see, Eight of Wands in reverse. This talks about delays. Delays and hangups, okay? So delays is in slow movement. The Moon. Okay. We're getting closer to the truth here. The Page of Wands in reverse. So there was some disappointment. Holding on to money, okay? Trying to hold on, working her ass off, okay? And Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. So this talks about being on the defense, but it's in reverse. We got the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Mm, mm, mm. So when the husband passed, she felt defeated. Or it was, yeah. Okay. So the husband, the death of the husband, here it is right here, the world, the end of the King of Wands. Okay. He's a leader. Okay. Defeat. We got defeat. Okay. We got defeat. Oh, Ten of Swords. Okay. Yep, that's dead. So the corruption and the materialism. Let me look at the Ten of Swords in the book, because swords is communications. Mm-hmm. See, Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. When this comes to career and money, this is actually a good card. But you got the King of Pentacles in reverse, who talks about corruption, okay, overhead, okay? This talks about an end, okay? Job loss or financial constraints will soon be in the past, making a way for a new, more prosperous time. So let's see what this next card, the Hermit. She was by herself. Uh-huh. She was by herself. The Hermit is facing the Ten of Swords. Okay. So she had to balance. And the balance is coming under the moon in the darkness of the night. She had to make that money work. The Three of Wands in reverse. Okay. So whatever she was waiting for to come in, apparently it did not come in. Okay. And the Three of Cups. Collaboration. Okay. Celebration. Okay. I'll take that, excuse me, as a celebration of life. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. This talks about feeling worthless. Okay. Feeling worth, or maybe with the Ten of Wands over the Queen of Wands, maybe it was an end to feeling worthless. Okay, maybe it was an end to doubting herself. Okay, maybe she felt suppressed under her husband being an engineer. Okay, the Ten of Wands, she dropped that load. Oh yeah, she dropped the load. It was too heavy. Hold on, she had to drop that load. Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. So the money wasn't there. Oh, we got Judgment. So there was a decision. Okay, because she was feeling left out in the cold. To the funeral and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Okay. Have some courage. She got some courage. And there go the sun. She got some courage. Okay. Six of Pentacles, she stopped giving in reverse. She started probably saving up. And the Six of Wands, okay? So there was some type of failure. Justice in reverse. There we go with more corruption. And here we go with Prince Charming, Knight of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Knight of Cups comes with an offer, and the Four of Cups in reverse, she accepted it, okay? She accepted that offer. Hold on. And the Four of Wands, okay? She canceled her plans. She canceled her plans there with the King of Cups. King of Cups comes into the picture here. He's facing the canceled plans. Ooh. And he's over the failure. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Swords. Something happened. Okay. She's having nightmares. And then we got investments. Investments came. There go the offer. Investments with the Emperor. Oh! Or maybe she backed out on the plans with the Emperor. Hold on. And the Magician in reverse is going over the King of Cups. So here come the men. Two of Wands in reverse. And the Nine of Cups, wishes fulfilled. The Page of Cups, we have emotional immaturity. Okay? And we have the Five of Wands in reverse, okay? So the Emperor, okay, avoiding conflict. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Ace of Swords, lies, deceit in reverse. The Ten of Pentacles, inheritance. Six of Cups, childhood. Okay. That's telling me that she may have gotten an inheritance somewhere along the line. Okay. She also made some investments. Okay. But we have this Emperor that keeps coming up who was canceled. He was canceled back in the day. And he might be the one that's coming up. Aloha. It could have been some insurance money. It was a nice payout. Okay. A nice payout. Okay. But in order for you to sustain that payout, because you got bills to pay, you got kids, okay, you have to have made some type of investments. So maybe I wonder was it a legitimate heart attack? Maybe she hooked up with the insurance man, okay, and came out on the side and didn't split it like she was supposed to. She jumped up and came back to America. Hmm. Wonder, that's something to look into. What happened to Nancy's husband? What's his name? Charles? What happened to Nancy Guthrie's husband? Hmm. What happened to Nancy Guthrie's husband back in the day? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What happened to her husband? Six of Swords in reverse. Well, he couldn't move on to calmer waters, okay? He wanted to, because he was out here when that happened. Wasn't he out here? Charles, okay, yeah. Oh. Oh. Devil's in the details. Six of Wands in reverse. Failure, failure, loss. Temperance. Oh. Five of Wands in reverse. Avoiding conflict. This is also backing down from an argument or backing down from a fight, not liking confrontation, okay, not seeing it from another perspective, okay, with the Magician in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse is over the devil. Ooh, wee! Now, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Instability, corruption, materialistic. And the devil hanging right over him. Okay. Okay. Tied up. He might have been tied up in corruption and manipulation, materialism. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Talks about foolish. Pentacles in reverse. Oh, he didn't want to work. Or maybe he didn't feel, he didn't want to work the way she wanted him to. Okay. This is like somebody giving up. Okay. Somebody who has, they lack ambition. They lack ambition. Okay. It's like he was a smart guy. Okay. But he didn't have that drive. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse is looking right at him too. Mm-hmm. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So there was some luck that came in. King of Cups. King of Cups. Ooh. And the King of Pentacles. Mm. This could be two people, or this could be two energies. Four of Pentacles. Still hanging on to something. And the celebration. The Lovers. Having to make a decision. Maybe, ooh, ain't my business. Page of Cups in reverse. So the Page of Cups is going over the King of Cups, who is immature, okay, who is emotionally immature, easy to get upset, easy to get to anger, okay. Not to mention, we got the King of Cups in the King of Pentacles in reverse with the corruption, and we got the Devil hanging over all this. It's like you can't win for losing. There go Chatty Patty. Chatty Patty. Chatty Patty, okay, she's making the communication. She's telling it. And the Two of Wands in reverse. So there were plans to celebrate, okay, but apparently they got canceled or delayed or interrupted. Mm. And the Magician in reverse is going over the Lovers. The Hierophant, the government. Oh. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So we got all these pentacles, but they're in reverse. Okay. The Seven of Swords. Chatty Patty is trying to get away with something. Chatty Patty hiding something, trying to get away with something. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And left. Took off. the lies and the deceit with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay. Oh wow. And then we got the inheritance. Yeah, y'all right. Y'all said the money. Okay. Mm-hmm. You guys were right. You said the money from the from him the government, okay, life insurance, all that. Where's my shoe? Oh. Mm-hmm. Interesting tale. Interesting tale. Yeah, but something in the milk was sour. Okay, because you got the devil hanging over all this. Check it out. The devil is starting, and the Six of Swords in reverse is ending it. Okay, wanting to move on, but not able to move. Delays, obstacles. Okay, but I'm getting deceit. Deceit. I wonder, did she have an insurance policy, a nice hefty insurance policy on the husband? And if you find the right insurance man, he'll hook you up. He'll hook you up. Yeah, in Mexico. Hey, Eric. Oh, something in the past. Something in the past. Thumbs up the video, you guys. Something in the past. Don't forget to thumbs up the video before you leave out. Okay. Does anybody have a question you want to ask? See, because that takes some marination. See, I got to marinate on that. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I'm trying to ask what question I want to ask before I go. Because y'all, let me see. Oh, I thought somebody had a question. Mm. Nah, this wouldn't be Mexican cartel. This wouldn't be Mexican cartel revenge. This this I mean, it could be, it may not be, but I don't think it would be like the cartel. Maybe they hired the cartel. Maybe they don't know they hired the cartel. Okay. She fired her landscaper. I'm wondering the same thing. Who had the lover? Who was cheating? Hey, animal mother. Yeah. And they were aware. They went and got some insurance, honey. Okay, so you got the insurance money. If you got the money from the accident, okay, you got the money from this and that. Okay, sheesh, you do the right investments. Well, yeah. We know you got to have a partner to cheat. We were talking about it could have been the insurance man. Maybe he didn't get his portion of the deal he was supposed to get. And now he wants to get repercussions. You know how when the money gets low, then they remember everybody who owed him. When the money was good, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Now that the money, okay, is low, okay, now they want to say something. I don't know. But the lovers keep coming up. The lovers keep coming up. Tell us about the lovers. So it may not be in lovers as in two people. It could be in lovers as each other's lovers. Mm. Scorn lover. Who are the lovers? Can you tell us about the lovers? And Nancy Guthrie's readings, okay? The lovers card. Can you clarify the lovers for us? Can you give us some clarification on the lovers? Okay, folks, before I go, it's a homie love affair. What can you clarify about the lovers in the Nancy Guthrie readings? Can you clarify the lovers? What do you want us to know about the lovers? And thank you for your answers. Oh yeah, the lovers. Okay. The lovers. Mm, mm, mm. Can you clarify the lovers? I mean, really clarify. Seven of Cups. Oh, smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. An illusion. What is that about? Two of Swords. A crossroads. Four of Wands. A planned event. And the Knight of Swords. Oh, I wonder was somebody planning to get married or something. Oh. So could a divorce be a planned event? Oh, you try to send a screenshot of who? Charles? I seen Charles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Was this a younger man lusting for an older woman, or was this an older woman lusting for a younger man? Okay, so there was overindulgence, greed, manipulation, and the King of Wands in reverse. Ooh, that's both of them. Look at them, girl. Both of them right here. Let me move this over. In reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles talks about okay, I don't know who it was, but there was a decision, okay? Somebody wanted money, somebody wanted more, somebody wanted abundance, somebody, okay, was greedy. Ace of Wands, okay. Mm, mm, mm. And they were passionate about it too. And we have the nine of swords in reverse. Talks about not giving up, but moving on. We have the Two of Wands that's going to go over the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like she made some plans, okay, or her plans got canceled, okay? Her plans got canceled. And then we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, Lord have mercy over the King of Wands. This talks about losses and feeling trapped. Wheel of Fortune. So there was some good luck that came in, so to speak, if that's what you want to call it. Okay, on the Eight of Pentacles. There we go. The Lovers. There we go. Let me look at the Nine of Swords again in reverse. This talks about oh, so the Knight of Swords was crazy. I mean, he was having nightmares. It talks about a confrontation, honey. It's like there was a nightmare situation with these lovers, okay? And the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse. And the Sun in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. There it is there, rock bottom. What was the question? Oh, the lovers. About the lovers. And the Hierophant, the government. The Chariot. Temperance. There's yellow ribbons of hope outside the memorial. When people go up there and they do something like that, okay, they want to be seen. They want to be seen. You know, they know this case is high profile. They know everybody's looking at it, okay? And you know, you go up to that lady's memorial, okay, and you pick up anything. Matter of fact, just go in there, they're going to be looking at you. It's saying that the lover's card has to deal with choices, relationships, choices, harmony, cooperation. We do have positive cards because they upright. But you'd be surprised what comes up in people's past. Yeah, it depends on the energy, but you'd be surprised what comes up in people's past. Okay. They get older, they look all nice and innocent. Okay. But you start looking into their past, like we looking right now. Okay. But we can tell that the lovers, I'll tell you one thing, okay? So there's choices. Okay, we'll look at the lovers as choices. They made choices. She made a choice. I don't know what the choice was, okay? That's like making a decision, an agreement. It could be love. And a lot of times the lovers is looked at just that, lovers, because that's the only card that really talks about love besides the Three of Swords. And that's stabbed through the heart. Okay, so hey, yeah. So I will tell you right now that allegedly there are some things hidden, okay, in their past. And yeah, I don't know what all they were doing, okay, but there's some things in the past that may not look too good, okay? See what I'm saying? And it's not until stuff like this happens and you start digging, okay, that stuff comes up. And that's why we do the cards, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff that's unspoken that comes up. You'd be surprised. Stuff you're not even looking for, it comes up. Okay. So with that said, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you. And subscribe to my channel, please. Oh, and check your subscriptions because YouTube is doing it again. Get subscriptions, take subscriptions. Get subscriptions, take subscriptions. And I'm like, okay, I only got 1,600. Now what's going on here? Okay, all this add and subtracting and all this add subtracting, something ain't right. Okay, so just check your subscription and make sure that you are subscribed. And if not, please subscribe. There's more. Uh-huh. Right. Okay. And I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I'll be back on here and I'll be back in a few hours because I want to do a reading on Donald Trump. Okay. So look out, hit the notification bell. That's that notification. It's a bell with a line through it because it's off. So if you click on it, the line will disappear and that means you have notifications on. Hey, Buddha. Okay, we about to go. Okay. Watch the replay. Stay blessed. Bye.